Check. All right. I write mortgages for a living, so give us a second, all right?
Hello.
Check. Check. That's better. Good. Good. All right. So we're not recording yet. We are live. But we're gonna actually do a little intro and get everything started. So make sure everything works.
It's facing the right direction this time.
I don't try, I commit, that's the difference in levels. Build this brick by brick, now we stacking the metals. Pressure make diamonds, I live in the furnace. They talk about goals, I go put in the service. Early mornings, iron sharpens iron, mine on empire.
Probably like 100, or I don't know if I'm at 100 yet. Probably
All right.
like 80, 90, and like 7 or something like that. I think I lost.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get
5
started. I
freshman
can't figure out the music, but I made music and everything, and it's not working. So we're going to get started. So Caleb, it was I think it's good to have you here. So yeah, we got to do the microphones a little bit close, just the way that we have it set up. But just pull it in. But yeah, if it's easy. So yeah, nice to meet you. I was expecting wrestler. No offense. A little bigger.
yeah,
A little bigger, right? Like
no, that's why there's weight classes.
yeah. Well, sure. Okay, whatever, dude.
I'd pick football before wrestling. It's way easier.
You played football before wrestling?
I played football and baseball growing up.
I would have guessed soccer. No offense. How quick do you think?
I played in a soccer tournament. I played in a soccer tournament 5 days ago for the club soccer charity event. We made the finals, so I'm
Did
not
you?
bad at that either.
Wow.
Was it just wrestling in college, other than like any other extracurricular activities, academic activities, anything like that? Because I know you're in business, correct?
Yes, sir. What was the question?
Anything else besides wrestling in college
That I enjoy, or
that you did in general? Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm majoring in business management. I have made some friends in finance and made some good connections, but they call you a student athlete. I think I'm an athlete student, but I've got some hobbies outside of wrestling for sure.
Okay, there you go. So, how fast? And then we'll get into some good conversation. How fast do you think you could put him, like pin him? How fast? Did you see
Pin
the
him?
video? He's 280. So
Pin
how
him?
Yeah, pin him. Yeah.
Probably like realistically,
Yeah.
under 30 seconds.
All right, let's bring it out. We'll bring it out. Here we go. We're gonna get it out. Let's go. Let's go. All right, that would be sweet.
Have you ever wrestled before?
That's 10 seconds more than I would give myself.
He did wrestle one time. He got second place in the tournament, and there was 2 kids.
Okay.
I got the trophy.
No, so I think we did Ryan Charles, there he is, right? So he played basketball professionally, and we had a great conversation once where we talked about like once you get to a certain level because you're just a collegiate athlete, so once you get past high school, you're what is it 1% of high school athletes go on to play collegiately at any level. And then you made it to Division I, and you're a national champion. So you're like the 1%, no, less than 1% of the 1%. And what would you say, or when do you remember that you're like, oh, I'm kind of good at this. Like I'm kind of better than everybody else.
I don't know. I guess I was delusional from a young age, but like when I started watching like college wrestling, like my sophomore year of high school, and I heard that no one won it. So like that from Georgia at the time. So I was like, I hope no one wins it before I get to college, because that's what I'm trying to do. But I started taking it serious my 7th or 8th grade year, or my 8th grade year when I quit football and baseball, and I wasn't too bad then.
That was my next question, on piggybacking on that too. So it's like 7th, 8th grade, was that your aha moment where you made the conscious decision to move forward with wrestling over everything else?
So I like didn't make state until like 6th or 7th grade, but I bounced between clubs, and I got invited to this like homeschool program that these like 8 kids were doing. Um, and I just went to their gym like once or twice, but like I always was just kind of like a psycho. Like I just went kind of hard. So like they invited me to do this homeschool with them, and my mom asked me to do it, and it was like I don't have to go to school, and like I can just like do onlines, and I said yes, which I didn't know any of these kids at the time, but it was like 8 to 8:30 Bible study, 8:30, 10:30 school, 10:30, 12. We had a coach come and practice us. 12 to 1 was lunch, and then 1 to 3 was school, and 3 to 4 was a lift, and then we'd go practice with the high school Tuesdays, Thursdays. But like I did that 6th and 7th grade year, and then I got held back my 7th grade year to do public school and did 7th and 8th. So I'd say like around then, like when my parents started taking me out of school for wrestling, like I was like,
So seventh grade, you realized
Yeah, I was
held
decent,
back. So
yeah.
Okay. All right.
But like my 6th grade year, I went like 0-2 at all the national tournaments, and then I started to place my 7th grade
I
year.
feel like you said something that you're a little bit psycho. I feel like if you wrestle, you're just a little psycho.
Yeah,
Like,
you
have
gotta
to be a
be.
little psycho.
Yeah, you gotta
right?
be. Yeah.
No offense.
No, for sure.
You're the one that said it. I didn't say it. It wasn't
Yeah,
me.
no,
So,
I'm
yeah.
definitely a little crazy.
So what about like when did you start developing like a daily routine? Because that's the biggest thing to be successful at anything. But
when I was real little, my dad, we would do push-ups and sit-ups between commercials of like Gold Rush or American Pickers. But
my dad would get us like Oreos.
my freshman year of high school, we had a good team, and like it was kind of like the freshman thing to cut weight. So I was like 140, 145 pounds, and like we had guys at 32, 38, 45. So I was having to cut to 26. So like that's where I started to build a routine of like, like there was no way around it other than waking up before school, going on a run, jump roping upstairs, and then going to school and so forth.
What about when you became like that year you won the national championship?
Yep.
So what was your daily routine like every single? You mentioned a little bit like you had the weird pillow that you probably or the
Yep.
blanket that somebody sold you on Instagram. I'm sure the full targeted ad, like the liver. So
We
what?
can go through a typical day.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
training.
What was because like every single successful person has non-negotiables. They wake up every single day and they're like, I have to do this, this, and this. So what would be your non-negotiable?
Yeah, I wake up, hopefully, but no, I wake up,
was a good
I try not to look at my phone and get outside if it's nice. Again, get my feet in the grass. Hydrate with like some electrolyte, a whole lemon, and not eat a whole lemon, but like I'd squeeze a whole lemon of juice in a cup, and then with my water and electrolytes, and then I do a red light machine maybe for a little bit, stretch, move around, jump around, play with like, you ever heard of a kendama? It's like a Japanese wooden toy.
Oh, I thought it was an animal.
Play
Yeah,
with
I
that.
know.
Play with that.
I thought you said McDonald's.
And then
for a
usually
second.
I'm working out first thing in the morning. So like we're lifting or working out at 7:30. So I'd make a coffee, like a bulletproof coffee, and then head to lift. And then my lifts they're like circuit based, so they're pretty hard and intensive. And then I'd sauna, cold tub, shower, go home, make food, do whatever school I need to do, take a nap, like a 20-minute nap before practice at 2:30, probably like 2:30 to 4:30, and then have like immediate nutrition right after practice, and then go home with the boys, watch a movie, and then go to bed.
So if you could do
About it.
if you could do just one thing,
Just one thing
one thing.
in
what
the
would it
whole
be?
world, or in that
No,
day?
one thing like in that daily routine because that's a lot, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
No, probably practice.
Yeah.
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 Practice is the best part of the day.
Which people don't. We've talked about that a lot on a lot of episodes of the podcast, like how important it is to practice, and that's something that, like, being in high school, and let me say that again, any sport that it'll teach you like how the importance of practice because you only perform so many times. So whether even like for us, like professionally, we have to. How much do you know about mortgages? That was going through my brain right
Me,
there.
not much.
Yeah, not much.
Not much.
And you're a business major?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna live after you graduate?
Probably here.
Probably
Called
here.
it.
I'm-
Yeah,
I'm-
we're
I'm
gonna
a
get
tr-
licensed in Virginia. We call him. We call dibs.
I'm gonna train here till 2028.
Okay. Yeah. So, for us, like we wake up every single day and we're trying to be the best, and we're trying to like we go out and present. We're talking to referral clients. We're talking referral partners. We're talking to clients. So, for us, we have to practice what we're doing because we're performing almost every single day. So it's like I like that you said practice because that's super important. We've talked about that a ton.
Yeah. Well, you've also mentioned your dad a couple of times here too. Now, I'm assuming he's probably just as athletic and everything like that.
No, my mom's the athlete.
Okay, your mom's the athlete.
What sport she play?
Okay.
She was a gymnast, state champ gymnast in high school.
Oh, see,
Your dad
it's
never
always
got into.
Nah.
no. Okay.
My dad was a smart one though.
When did you?
Mom,
We're
you're
recording
okay.
this, dude. This is.
No, my mom's smart too.
I feel like you'd
She
rather,
has to be smart. She married your dad, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you would rather have like an NCAA infraction than have your mom find that out. Yeah. So your coach said something that when you were talking, I really liked. So you're not worrying about the future. You can control, only what you can control. Like
Sacrifice the result and control what you can control.
Yeah,
That's what he
that's
said.
super important. In our industry, again, I don't know how much you know about mortgages. There's so much that's out of our control, and we always fall back on it, give it an excuse, and be like, we complain about it, we post on social media about it, and then we just fall into this rut. So I love how you said, like, hey, I'm tying my shoes. I'm focused on tying my shoes. So that's
Velcro.
Or Velcro. Aaron's got Velcro, yeah. So
I had Velcro shoes when I was 8.
when did?
Exactly.
Well, he's 38.
They were my first wrestling shoes.
The bending down.
Yeah. So, when did that click? Like, because you could say that to somebody and they're like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm still going to worry about everything else. But when did it click?
I definitely had to practice it a couple times in practice, but when like I had my first war with like preaching that to myself was when it really clicked. It was like and maybe the first time I lost, but like I wrestled with like my full effort and thought I gave it my best, and like he might have just been a little better than me at the time, and that's what really clicked. That's when it clicked.
Okay.
I can't give you a select time, but
Just a specific time. That's
Yeah.
all right.
Right,
That's
right.
okay. We're not interviewing you. You're all right.
Well, we kind of.
Oh, we kind of are, but that's all right.
But again, everything that you mentioned, you took us through your daily routine. You took us through a lot, and so one of the questions that just came to mind, I'll admit, when you were up here, was you've done all these things, you do all these things. There's no doubt you're a champion, but like what do you think makes you different than other people? Because clearly you're determined, you're dedicated, you're disciplined. But what specifically would you say separates you from other people who maybe fall short or is not as disciplined?
it's a good question. I think my level of sacrifice and how much I love like the hard parts. Like when it starts to get like really hard in practice, like I tell myself every time, like you love this shit. Like that's
Yeah.
something I have to tell myself, and I just don't think anyone likes like if you watch my wrestling too, like I win a lot of my matches in like the last like minute or so because like we're both dead tired, but like he doesn't want to be there, but like this is like where I like the deep waters. So
Love
I think
the hard
that's kind of what
parts.
separates me.
Being great takes sacrifice.
Yep.
And
Love-
it says right here, we say it all the time, you have to choose your heart. And if you want to be great, you said it, like I've missed out on some things in high school, or I missed out some parties or social life, but you chose your heart, and people are looking up to you, and they're not saying like, oh, I'm so glad I went to this party and I don't get to be the national champion, right? People on your team, or even just people that don't even wrestle. So greatness always takes sacrifice. So that's
That's a good answer.
I like that you brought it up.
Yeah.
How old are you?
23.
Wow.
Okay.
I just hope Aaron is like well spoken, as mature as he is when he's 23.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah.
Sacrifice.
Yeah. So let's get out on this. If you could say, not even wrestling, I don't even talk about wrestling, because your mindset's in the right spot, right? For anything in life, setting you up for your future. So if there's one thing that you can pinpoint, what does it take to be great? That's a tough one. I did say I didn't have any gotcha questions, and that's kind of a gotcha question.
I mean, I think your faith, like, I think like in anything you do, like, if you're chasing the wrong things or like searching, like, with an empty heart or like for desire or greed, like, you're never gonna be great in life. Like, you have to like, kind of grow past that and like figure out your why. Understanding your why, I think, is what makes you great.
Yeah.
I just got goosebumps. That was a great
Yeah,
answer.
well, Caleb, I appreciate you so much.
Good
That was-
sleep.
Yeah, that well, good sleep too. Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate you so much. Thanks for coming on, and well, good luck with everything.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. Give it up for Caleb real quick, everybody. All right, give us one quick second. We're going to set up for the next segment real fast. And I think when I said the music wasn't working, I told you guys I write mortgages. I didn't plug in the cord.
Oh, no.
That'd be sweet.
Oh, maybe look. Are you staying around?
Let's see if the sound works. Ready? Can we get Milton?
Oh, we're doing Milton.
Yeah. Oh, and Milton and David, please. Milton and David. And Bobby. And Bobby. Yep, come on up here.
He's sitting over there.
Yeah, we can set him over there. You want to move that? You want to move that all the way over? Actually, here. Well, no. I got. Yeah, here. What?
On the chair here. Perfect. Thank you.
I don't know why the music. And then can you put them both?
Yep. Put you in the back.
I think both were there. Dude, that's fine.
I don't try, I commit.
All right, give us 1 second.
Build this brick by brick, now we stacking the metals. Pressure make diamonds, I live in the furnace. They talk about goals, I go put in the service. Early mornings, iron sharpens iron. Mine on empire, fuel to the fire. No handouts, no silver spoon. Just hunger and grind without that ballroom. So they still waiting on a sign. We've been working overtime. Quiet wins, loud results. Stacking the metals.
Murdoch is coming.
I don't try, I commit. That's the difference in levels. Build this brick by brick. Now we stacking the metals. Pressure make diamonds. I live in the furnace. They talk about goals. I go put in the service. Early mornings, iron sharpens iron. Mine on empire, fuel to the fire. No handouts, no silver spoon. Just hunger and grind without that ballroom. So they still waiting on a sign. We've been working overtime. Quiet wins, loud results. You can coast or you can climb. Both will just cost you time.
What's that?
Do you want it out further than this?
Still need Billy and Rob.
Not yet.
I don't try, I commit. That's the difference in levels. Build this brick by brick. Now we stacking the metals. Pressure make diamonds. I live in the furnace. They talk about goals. I go put in the service. Early mornings, iron sharpens iron. Mine on empire, fuel to the fire. No handouts, no silver spoon. Just hunger and grind without that ballroom. So they still waiting on
All right.
the sign. We've been
So for this next segment, this is gonna be kind of fun. So here's what who all in here has seen Kill Tony before? Kill Tony, the podcast called Kill Tony. Yep. Just that's it. That's it. All right. So the basis of Kill Tony. This is what we're gonna do for everybody. No copyright infringement, by the way. We can't. Right? No. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have 2 loan officers come out, and they are going to give a 60-second pitch. So they're going to pretend you guys are the #1 real estate agent in their market, and they're going to give their elevator pitch, and they're going to do a bad one, and then they're going to give us a good one, and we are the panel that is going to critique them. So we're going to, it should be a lot of fun. So I do need everybody to get a little excited for this, though, because I know it's late. I know everybody's thinking about it. It's over, but this is going to be fun. This is going to be some good content, and let me, real quick, we'll go ahead and get started. So the first one, we're going David first. Milton's gonna be first. All right. So here we go. So we need everybody to be excited. Come on, everybody. All right, here we go. So everyone, give it up. This is we gonna kill us. Although we understand, we're gonna coincide. We'll give it up to Milton. He's gonna come out first. Milton Galender. Milton. That's it. Milton, right over there is the. Right over there is the. So
Watch the
go ahead.
cords.
Go ahead. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Your hands are so nice. Yeah. Yeah, they're little.
Definitely moisturized.
Yeah, little. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Milton, great to. Well, actually, no. Why don't you stand? Go ahead and tell us your name. Go ahead and tell us your name.
Milton Zuniga.
One more time.
Milton Zuniga.
Okay. All right, Milton. Okay. Have you ever done this before?
No.
Good. Okay. This will be great then. So we're very excited to see how bad this is going to be. So you have 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Go ahead and give us your elevator pitch. You're talking to the #1 real estate agent. Actually, Milton, where are you from first?
Virginia.
Virginia. Okay. Well, you want to tell us apart, or just that's enough?
Northern part.
Northern part. Cool. All right. Isn't that West Virginia?
I think West Virginia is West Virginia.
That's actually a fair point. Okay. All right. Just brace yourself for this. You have 60 seconds to give us your elevator pitch, please, and go ahead and make sure you speak right into that microphone right there. Okay. Don't look at us. Just look at them.
Do I start now?
Yeah, you can start now. You can go whenever you're ready. We're on Milton's time.
Hello, realtor. I work for Alcova Mortgage.
It's close.
The sign's there. Rob's my best friend. You don't know him, but he's one of the owners. He probably could help answer your questions better about why we're so great. We have a lot of loans, and we have really low interest rates. Do you like coffee? Sometimes I ask him to drink, but I don't like to drink, so I don't. And then.
Oh, I thought that was a joke. My bad. Sorry.
Oh. And then I do mortgages, and yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that,
Very
everybody.
good.
Let's. We're all happy that's over.
Thank you.
Whew. All right, Bobby. Why don't you go ahead and start out with the. What do you think about that?
Hi, Bobby.
That was pretty rough.
That was pretty rough. What can we give him something nice? What about like just one nice thing that we could say?
We have the same shirt, Bobby.
Yeah, nice shirt.
We do have the same shirt. We do have
Nice
the same
hat.
shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very mannerly.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I mean, that's good. You got your shirt's tucked in, that's nice.
I try because.
Yeah, Aaron, what about you, Aaron Howell? What do you think?
Well, I'm sold.
Thank
I
you.
got no criticism. I'll give you the direct contact information to some of our underwriters, and you can just.
I met Deb.
Great.
Deb doesn't like me.
you
Deb
got my
doesn't like me.
business.
I would say you do sound like some other loan officers that the first thing they want to talk about is rates and programs and let's go get coffee.
Yes.
And has it worked for you yet?
I'm working on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you probably not get very many callbacks. Yeah.
Sometimes my phone's on silent.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think what we're gonna do, Milton, is maybe we're gonna go in a little bit of a different direction with that. I'm just nervous. Like, did you come here by yourself or?
No, I also work with Milton.
Oh, you work with Milton.
There's another one.
There's two Miltons. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get you off the stage because that was horrifying. But the best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And I think that maybe you'll have like a nice future in the mortgage industry.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks
One
so
more
much.
time, give it
Yeah,
up
yeah.
for Milton.
Give it up. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Careful getting out of here. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, now everybody, let's give it up for Milton one more time and welcome out our next guest. Well, I'm not sure what his name's going to be or how that's going to be, but here we go. Bobby, what did you like the most about that? Nothing. Yeah, that's great. I would say, like, every time that you kind of talk to agents and it's like, you're talking about rates and fees and we're the most efficient, it's like, okay, they've heard that every single time. And, like, any value add that you could give, right?
Yeah. Well, first of all, you gotta ask them some questions about themselves. And then
Yeah.
that would be a good start.
Well, 'cause, like, people refer people they like. So you're not, nobody like that.
Yeah. You
Nobody
gotta show
likes
some
that.
energy, a little bit of energy to help.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I don't know the last time I've ever been in public with my shirt tucked in like that. That's pretty
We
rough.
did have a similar shirt to mine. So.
Yeah, that was quite funny, actually. Yeah, no harm intended. Well, so we're waiting for David.
Oh, not Milton.
I'm ready. There he is. All right, everybody, give it up for David. Perfect. Whoa. All right. Wow. Workman's comp, right? David, welcome to the show.
Welcome, podcast.
That's
to
so
David.
great. So you have 60 seconds to give us your elevator pitch, all of these fantastic top producing real estate agents out there. And whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Yeah, all right. This is pretty easy. I am the best, so that's number one. Number two, we got the lowest rates. Number three, we got the best products. Low down payment, you need it, we got it. Close loans super quickly. What else can I say? We're the best, I'm the greatest, and if you're not working with me, you probably should be. So that's basically it. I don't even need 60 seconds. You're welcome.
Wow. If I had a nickel for every time I heard that. So, wow, very confident. Bobby, go ahead and lead us off.
Don't like the body language too much.
The body language isn't good. What about the purple jacket?
Yeah, you might want to check your attire there a little bit.
I actually, but to be fair, Bobby, I love you, but I don't know if I take any fashion advice from Bobby. I don't think I'd.
Hey, I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's what my two teenage sons
Yeah.
say too. So
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Definitely peacocking. I
Yeah.
think the term.
I
is.
like it.
And
I
yes.
like it. It matches. I'd say I'm a fan of it. So anyway, okay. Well, so you brought out the rates and fees. What are your rates and fees?
Better than yours.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Be honest with you kind of sound like a real estate agent a little bit. That's being recorded. So yeah. That's being recorded. So Aaron, go ahead. What do you think?
Oh man, well, it's a lot of energy, a lot of confidence. Completely puts me off of everything, like Bobby said. So, yeah, I'd hate to be stuck in that elevator.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think I would buy water from you if I was on fire. That's it. Yeah. So where are you from?
Virginia.
Virginia. Everybody's from Virginia. Go
North
figure.
Virginia?
Western Virginia.
Oh, West. Yeah,
okay,
there it is. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. All right. Did you get a chance to meet the other Milton backstage?
Yeah, he looked like a tool.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Well, that was interesting. I don't think we want you to continue. I think that was good. I really don't want to hear about your rates and fees. What if let's do this. If a real estate agent, if that's because you're so successful, correct? So,
Obviously.
Right. So when they say like your rates and fees are better, and then they, like, why would I work with you? Why would I work with you?
Why would you not work with me?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's it.
He's
Obviously.
Amen back there. All right.
He's the master of gaslighting.
Yeah,
known
that's
officer.
gosh, wow, that is so great. I graduated with like 8 of you.
this would have done really well in the subprime era. Just so you know,
Yeah,
there was an era this would have been successful.
yeah. I own a boat. All right, well that was good. I don't think we want to buy from you at all or work with you ever. at all.
Yeah, that's your loss. That's
So
fine.
yeah, that's okay. So thanks so much. We appreciate it. Everybody give it up. Give it a hand.
Anyway.
Give it up a hand. All right, obviously that was our two alter egos. So now we get to the meat and potatoes, if you will. So we're gonna bring Milton, the real Milton, back out, and the real Milton is gonna give us his actual elevator pitch. And we're gonna hear, there he is. Everybody hype him up. Everybody hype him up. Let's go. Let's go, Milton. Look at that.
Bobby's wearing that same shirt that lame guy was wearing.
Wow.
He's really good at operations, though, so I'll give him that.
Okay.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got a pocket protector.
He does.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, Milton, real Milton, or Milton, the other Milton, you guys have two Miltons in the office.
There are two Miltons in the office. They're both on payrolls. Don't ask questions.
Well, that was, okay, there you go. Why does everybody incriminate themselves on this thing? So, all right, well, so we're going to go ahead, and you have 60 seconds. Did you hear backstage from the other Milton what you got to do?
He told me, he said that he did really well. He
Yeah.
said that it went really good, you know? So,
Do you know him? You know him personally?
piece of cake. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Is there people like in his basement?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
He wears the
that.
same shirt every day.
I could see that. I could see
Washes, dries it every day.
that. All right. Well, you got 60 seconds. These are top producing real estate agents out there,
Okay.
and you have an elevator pitch, and we want to hear exactly what you have to say. 60 seconds. Go ahead.
What's up, realtors? How you guys doing today? You know, everyone tries to figure out what the difference is between working with someone like myself and the next lender, right? There's really not that big of a difference, you know. I mean, for me personally, the biggest thing, I guess, that I would highlight is, you know, obviously my experience, one, but two, you know, I've had the opportunity to work at smaller banks, at bigger banks, and I feel like this is like a nice, like middle of the road as far as I can get stuff done still very quickly, and I still have the ability or capacity to have a wide variety of programs. So, especially for me, you know, I don't know where your realtors are from, but in DC, Northern Virginia, you know, we have everything, you know, from bank statement loans to veterans to first-time home buyers. And, you know, the flexibility that I've had since I've been here, you know, at Alcova has been able to let me kind of dive into all of those programs. So we don't have just like a one shop or one program kind of situation. We have that flexibility that, you know, most small banks don't have, but we still have that personal touch that a lot of those bigger box banks can't touch. So
There we go. All right. Give it up for Milton. There it is. There it is. Yes.
By the way, if you don't follow me at Milton the Lender on Instagram, do it now. And I'm going to put in a plug for my turkey drive coming up this year.
There we go. There you go. Wow. On a national podcast.
National.
Wow. So that was good. So, Bobby, what are your thoughts there? What do we got?
Great energy, great confidence, showed some differentiation.
Was it delusional confidence? Because
No,
I'm
it was
taking that from
delusional
Caleb, by the way.
I wouldn't say delusional. Would you say
No, not
delusional?
delusional.
Yeah. If you were a real estate agent, what would your follow-up be, Bobby, right there?
My follow-up would probably be, how can you help me get more business?
That's a great question that you bring up, Mr. Realtor. You know, it's kind of hard. You know, usually, you know, when you go to the doctor, right? You know, yeah, I got a pain in my neck. He doesn't just write you a prescription, right? You know, you probably ask you questions like, okay, well, what issues do you have? And then that's kind of my approach. So, you know, I want to diagnose what issues you might have with your current lender, your current clients, or maybe your brokerage, and you'll find a solution, give you a prescription. It's not going to be one size fits all, right? So,
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
great
speaking of doctors, Aaron, what do you think?
Well,
No, he just goes to the doctor a lot. That's all I'm asking.
glandular. No, I like this incredibly because, you know, a lot of pitches, again, being relatively new, you know, that I do myself and that I've heard is like, oh, I'm quick on responses. I can give you your calls. I can do this. I can do that. What I heard the majority of the time from you was we.
Yeah.
You know, we can do this. We can do that. So it's all that team mindset, but so you're presenting yourself, but you're still presenting yourself as that team aesthetic there, which I think a real estate agent would appreciate. Hopefully, they would
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, it's the same question, right? Like, you know, how would you feel if you went to a restaurant, you know, the same person that was the host was your server, was the bartender, was the cook, was, you know, you'd hate that experience,
It's a
right?
great analogy.
So like when you come here and you work with me, I have a team,
Yep.
you know?
I liked it. I thought it was good. That was really good too. Yeah. So the only thing I think I would say maybe just is, well, no, it's not actually not fair because I said an elevator pitch. Because I was going to say, like, why not end it with a question? Why not end it with a question? Would you, if you were talking to an agent and you had 60 seconds, end it with a question, or are you just trying to get out as much as you can?
You know, I take a pretty traditional approach when I talk to realtors, and it's so cookie cutter now that I know exactly where to control the conversation. So like a realtor might really like their lender. You know, like, hey, I've been working with them for like 10, 15 years. You know, how do I beat that? Cool, like no problem. Next time they go on vacation or, you know, they got to go pick up their kid because they're sick or something, he can't answer your whatever, like go ahead and keep me in your back pocket. Use me as a spare tire, you know, and then, and like, you know, no pressure.
I like it. I like it. Well, everybody else, give it up for Milton.
Thank you guys.
That was
Appreciate it.
great. Aaron, wait, before you leave for participating, Bearded Banker merch. That's right. That's right. Thank you. One more time for Milton. One more time for Milton, and we're gonna bring David out here to get round two.
Now this is David's alter ego that we're.
This should be. Oh, this is his alter ego. You're saying the first one wasn't, right? Yeah. All right, David, here we go. You have 60 seconds. You know the rules. I don't have to say it one more time. We don't have to pretend that wasn't you in the first one. I knew it. I knew it was you.
Yeah, this isn't going to change.
There we go. So go ahead. Give us your elevator pitch. You have 60 seconds. Top producing real estate agents. Let's hear it.
All right, so this is going to be a little bit different because I don't really have an elevator pitch. I don't really have something that I would just say to try and convince someone to work with me. I'm typically, when I talk to a real estate agent, I'm going to ask them questions. So it's going to be, hey, what kind of clientele do you typically work with? Is it first-time buyers? Is it investors? Maybe that leads into a pitch or a discussion about, oh, hey, have you heard of a DSCR loan? I'm gonna try to ask questions and figure out, hey, what are some of your pain points? What's something that I could help you with? But if I was stuck in an elevator, only had 60 seconds, and I really had to like drill down some kind of a pitch just to get them to talk to me, I'd be like, hey, what was the last file that you had that went sideways? What was the issue? And next time you have something that goes wrong, give me a call because I might be able to say yes where other people say no.
All right, everybody give it up for David.
That's good.
You know, now that you're not as cocky, the purple blazer looks better. You know that, right? You know, it looks good. I like it.
Absolutely.
And Bobby, what do you think about David?
Yeah, the clothes look better now.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's great. Make it about the agent, not about yourself.
Yeah.
Ask questions and listen.
I completely agree. It's like, how often are you really stuck in an elevator or stuck anywhere for 60 seconds? It's like you're meeting them at social events, you're meeting them at open houses or whatever, things like that, or events that you host. So it's like you'll have more than 60 seconds. So it's good to start that conversation. So I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I like it too. I like asking questions. I'd rather them, tell me. It's an old sales trick, right? I want them to tell me their problems so I can find the solutions for it. So I liked it.
So here's something to think about. They may not be a good fit for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever said no to working with a real estate agent?
Yes.
Yeah.
A few. Not many, but there are a few I just don't want to work
I always like to say it's a true partnership because, it's a needed thing. They need a trusted partner that's a lender. And if it doesn't work that way, if you're not able to be an extension of their business and create raving fans for them, if you don't have that trust and you don't like working, or when they like call your phone and you see their name, you're like, whoa, no, I can't do that, right? So
ignore that one.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's that was it. We didn't even. That was it. We like it, Bobby. That's it. That's all
Great job.
It was
10 out of
great.
10.
We liked it. All right. Well, hey, hold on 1 second. Here's your giveaway. David, don't run away. You get some giveaway merch. Give it up for David and Milton one more time. All right. That was kind of fun. Hopefully you guys got something from that. I mean, I feel like, I know we're not stuck in an elevator, Aaron, but I meant it's called an elevator pitch for a reason.
I understand.
60
I understand.
seconds.
But you don't never have just 60 seconds.
I've been in an elevator with you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go ahead and get 3 a.m. up here, and we'll finish out the podcast. So this is going to be, basically, Aaron and I have been talking the past couple of days, so this has been my favorite. So Dave wanted us to send them, like, what we're going to talk about, and I was like, no, I don't want to, because that's the whole point of our podcast, because every single guest that we have on is like, what are we going to talk about? I'm like, I don't know. You think, like, Joe Rogan just says, hey, we're going to talk about this, right? We want an organic conversation. So the fun part about this that we're going to do is if we say anything about mortgages, we're going to stop. because we don't want to talk about mortgages. You guys want to talk about mortgages? That's what I thought. So we want to hear. It's gonna be fun, like a candid interview. Just hear like the backstory of obviously getting started and why you guys even talked about starting a mortgage company, because that's beyond me. But and then what your guys' day looks like. So if we can get where's Billy and Rob at?
Back.
All right, come on down. Come on
So what
down.
you're saying is we got suckered.
You got suckered in, yeah, absolutely,
Gotcha.
absolutely. Here, I'm gonna play a commercial.
I think he fell. He's dusting himself off. He'll be back in just a minute. We'll check the security footage. See if we can get a video of that.
You'll know with the next power up whether
Yeah.
it fell or not.
Mike, Courtney, could you take a
I've
couple of
been
videos
telling him
and send
that
them
for
to me?
30 years, but he hasn't
Yeah,
listened yet.
This way.
I don't know, when did the second fall happen, Rob? Yeah, it was like the last month.
Everybody, give it up for Slippy Magoo. You would think like it happens once, you're like terrified for the rest of your life. Like, I'm not gonna do it again. Oh, there he is. Stop talking about him. All right. So... no, you gotta come sit over here. What are you talking about? Get over here. Come on, you gotta sit down. We gotta sit down. We got a camera and everything.
Watch that cord.
Watch the cord. Watch the cord. Watch the cord. Here we go. Watch the cord. All right. So here's the thing, gentlemen. Watch the thing, gentlemen. So whoever's talking, we always do this. What is it?
Whom is the
Any
subject?
Any English majors in here by chance? I didn't think we let nerds work here. Okay, perfect. So whoever's talking, make sure you hold the mic up just the way that we have everything. There's not much gain, so you have to talk real close into the mic. But you guys excited?
Sure.
I know Bobby's excited.
I don't know what question you're gonna ask though. So.
Well, so we want to talk about, you guys ever watch like, what is it, The Lion King? We want to talk about before the beginning.
Okay.
We want to talk about before. So you guys, everybody knows the story. Rob, did you hear the rules? We start talking about mortgages, we're done. We're not going to talk about mortgages, all right? So you guys grew up together, right? Childhood friends.
Yep.
You guys remember the first time you all met each other?
Yeah, Billy and I were playing football, 8 years old. After practice, our dads hung around, and they were the coaches, and so one practice wasn't enough. They had to practice and then think about what they were going to do for the next practice. So Billy and I had to throw the ball around.
What
That's how we
positions
got
did you
each other.
guys play?
Receiver and running back. Both of us kind of played both those positions.
Okay. So it was you and Billy?
Yep.
You and Billy, okay. And Rob played soccer?
Basketball. Yeah.
You played basketball? Yep. Oh, you played both? Oh, yeah. No way. So, well, now when did Rob come into the picture?
High school.
High school, yeah.
High school. Okay. How big was your guys' high school, like graduating class?
220 something, 230.
Yeah. Yeah, 220. Okay. Yeah, because our graduating class was like 113, is the biggest in school history.
Yeah. Still hold their record.
Still hold the record. Actually, yeah, we're still the biggest. Yeah, we have one stoplight in our entire school district.
I think we had two.
You guys had two? Okay. Well, good. Well, so in high school, you guys became obviously close. Yeah. And
Yeah, I mean, we were close. In college is really when conversation started about business.
Okay.
So in terms of starting a business, and during that time, it was a dot-com era, so there was a lot of excitement. We had CNBC on. I guess we were kind of nerdy like that, but
yeah,
and
that's right.
there was one Amazon and Yahoo and all these companies were going public, and it seemed like anything was possible, and the stock market was soaring. So we started getting excited about business then.
Was it in high school that you guys, like three of you, talked to each other, like we're all going to go to the same college, or how'd that come up?
No. So they went to Tech. I went to Radford. So Billy suckered me into rooming with him.
My only sales job ever.
Paying the same amount of rent, sharing a room with someone while he had his own room.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Oh, so wait, that was your first sales job, getting that
my only
negotiation?
sales
That was it? That was it? How did, I mean,
And not only was I with someone, I was with an OCD. It wasn't Rob, by the way. We all know Rob's not an OCD. I was with a OCD person that was bipolar. So,
wow.
fun year.
Billy, do you feel bad about that?
I do with that.
Do you feel bad about
I
that?
do not feel bad about that.
You don't feel bad about it? Did you guys like wrestle or something? Or like speaking of wrestling, did you like to
Well,
decide this or
I
what?
remember the first night that Bobby moved in, I was asleep and I woke up in the middle of the night. He was sneaking into my room trying to steal my fan. I guess because the guy snored too. And yeah, so no, I don't feel bad about it at all.
Yeah, okay.
He tried to
That,
steal from me the first day.
sometimes that guy asks us when he sees us. His name's Mark. Hopefully he won't see this podcast.
I was gonna say, careful, careful. Mark's gonna show
Sometimes
up.
he'll ask, why wasn't I cut on this deal? And me and Billy are like, are you kidding us?
So wait, where'd Rob stay?
He was across town, just a different apartment. Rob was a year behind us, so yeah, he roomed with a different group of friends. So yeah, Bobby and well, I actually had a different roommate for a couple of years, and then Bobby came in later. Then we roomed for the rest of the time, and then I actually did room with Rob my last year after Bobby graduated. So.
Any like prank shenanigans, anything like that? Did you guys like
Pretty
torture
much
each other?
every other day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who left the toilet seat up the most? Yeah. Yeah. He's trained now. He's trained, yeah.
Rob actually, I had an 8 a.m. exam one time, and he actually cut power to the whole apartment building on purpose, and my alarm didn't go off, and I literally had to like barely made it.
I like how Rob's just like,
So of
whoops.
course we retaliated.
Okay, what was the retaliation?
Took the distributor cap off of his vehicle so he couldn't go to class.
You guys are brutal
So this
friends.
is like this is like sabotage.
Yeah,
This is-
so he did all that. They came over early. I walk out to get in this minivan. And my neighbor on the third floor balcony, he's like, "Hey man, one of your buddies was over here messing with your engine." And so I just opened it up, and put it back on.
So, okay, so Rob, you were a grade behind, and you were across town. So when, I mean, like, you guys just, like, what was your social activity like that you guys stayed in touch? Because, like, we growing up, we had, like, Xbox. Like, we could play, video games.
It was in '64, I think.
Oh,
nice.
A
yeah.
lot of GoldenEye.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't-
Wow.
didn't-
Yeah. You hearing all of us? Who was the best?
Bobby didn't play that much. Bobby, he was the best student by far.
Okay.
I was down. He was near the top of his class. I was near the bottom of the class.
Well, C's
Rob
get
may have been
degrees.
somewhere near the middle. I don't know.
It works out.
What was everybody's major?
Civil engineering,
Oh, you're using that all the time. Cool.
Business.
business, and
Business.
then electrical engineering.
Electrical engineering.
Wow.
Wow. We did hire 2 nerds. That's unbelievable, Bobby.
Yeah, I have to deal with 2 engineers every day.
Right. Okay, so here's the biggest thing. So when were you guys like, all right, so you're in college, and that's when you guys started thinking about like, hey, we should open up a mortgage company. Was it that? All right. What was the first
We wanted to
conversation?
create a website. We've thought about pretty much every website you could possibly think of back then. Had no idea how to do any of that, but we were still, that's all we talked about. Very unsuccessful. That's when Bobby really got into sales. He got into the lucrative network marketing stuff. So,
Oh, like Amway.
oh, no, not Amway. That's legitimate. I'm talking about his first thing. He sold these plastic things filled with colored water that were supposed to be laundry discs that you would never have to have detergent ever again.
Those are delicious.
You would just throw this in there.
And then,
Sold that to many unsuspecting people.
and then if they got 2 people
thought it was
underneath,
legit.
and they got 2 people underneath them, then they could, they're selling that, and then 2
No,
people
he
underneath
just
them.
did- He never got anybody below him. He just,
Okay. All right. Wow.
And until the leadership got arrested, and then he had to move on to something else.
This is during college?
Oh yeah, he did one thing where this is my favorite. Where you bought the candy bars, and you didn't try to sell the candy bars. You gave people candy bars, and then they had to fill out a questionnaire about how good the candy bar was. And then you would get these, and you would return it back to the company, and they would pay you for all the surveys.
This was Bobby?
Yeah, this is Bobby, and I'll let Bobby tell you the rest. This is my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I can't believe we went there, but So it was the first protein bar pretty much ever created. I thought I was in on the ground floor.
Rob, were they good?
Too bad the protein bars were terrible.
They tasted like dirt. Literally, it was like dirt.
It probably
No,
was
they really
dirt.
did. They were god awful. But I had to fill out my surveys, turn them in. You're supposed to double your money. So if you buy $400 worth of candy bars, pass the candy bars out, let people eat them, make notes, send it back, you would get $800. So I'm like, man, I'm going to go straight to 800 so I can get 1,600 back. Well, I only do 400. So 2 weeks went by, 4 weeks went by. So I'm like, I don't have a lot of money. Mom and Dad aren't going to be too happy if I blew my money on these candy bars. So I'm getting kind of nervous. So the guy that signed me up, he's like, no, don't worry about it. We're going to get our money. 2 more weeks go by. I'm just getting more nervous. I'm like, the guy's name was Hugh. I'm like, Hugh, where's my money at, man? He's like, got some bad news for you, nicely. He said, the Hells Angels have been involved, and they burnt the building down. I'm like, what's that mean? He's like, you're not getting your money back.
I thought you worked for the Hells Angels for
No,
a second.
no,
I thought
no,
I was like,
no.
wow.
Someone enlisted the Hells
Yeah.
Angels to do surveys too, and they didn't get their money quick.
Of the three of you to be associated with the Hells Angels, I would not expect.
I would not have picked. Yeah, no, I would
It was
not.
very
have picked.
loose affiliation.
I will say, watching him over a period of probably 2 years make, hundreds, if not thousands of calls and just get rejected over and over and over. It was very, watching that, go
Sure.
from zero, just experience at all to, being able to handle that. And, it was pretty cool to watch. And then near the end, I remember one of my other favorite stories was Bobby thought, man, the business is getting ready to start rolling in, man. I've got all these contacts out here. So back then, he bought this voicemail service. So where, you could, call, he would attach it to our landline, and, you would call and get his number and, be able to leave a voicemail. He had to pay per month for the service. He got, 15 minutes of voicemail time, like that. And it was, the first week. He comes in, no voicemails. He finally comes in one day, and there's a voicemail. And I'll let him fill in the rest.
Yeah. So
Oh
learned a
no.
lot of lessons in college.
Oh no. Oh no. Is it?
Yeah, so you pay for the 15-minute increments or whatever. So I came in, first few days, because I was running some ads online and stuff, so I was expecting some inbound calls. And I finally got a voicemail. I'm like, all right. 15 minutes of someone playing the banjo.
And wasted all the 30 minutes.
How happy you are. Look how happy you are.
I listened to all 15 minutes of it.
Was it Rob?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Rob, you got a banjo?
And when you would dial this number, it would tell you how much time's left. So I immediately hung up and dialed that number, and it said 0 seconds.
Yeah, and another news. That's when Rob picked up playing the banjo.
Yeah, I thought I saw one in his closet one day.
All right, so we got your jobs in college. What about you? Rob, what was your job in college? That if he's doing voicemail outbound sales. What?
I was on Ameritrade doing options in Cisco and Qualcomm.
Oh.
Bobby's losing his ass.
All right, so we got.
We did not plan this to be dumped on Bob.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we opened a Ameritrade account about the same time. Rob picks a company because it sounds cool, and the company immediately explodes.
Oh, I was there when he did it.
There was a little
He
bit.
had a Motley Fool magazine or something out there, and he's like, "What's this?" It's the top 10 stocks to buy right now, and number one was Qualcomm, and blah blah blah. This is QCOM. Okay, I'll buy some of that, and immediately just tripled or something.
Yeah.
I can't it was, but I was jealous. I'll admit.
Okay, so Rob was the that's what he said, the day trader. You were the Jordan
Yeah, he was the
Belfort.
day trader.
Yeah, he was okay. Right, the electrical engineer.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then Billy, that's what you got on into.
I just had a regular job working construction in Blacksburg.
Oh, so you're the only one that came by it honestly.
Yeah, honest
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. I could tell that now, actually, after this conversation. Yeah. So, okay. So then when, at that point, were you guys we need to do something different? We need to, so you're making the websites, you guys are saying you're thinking that was your route?
Yeah, I think, just we were always talking about, one thing or the other. Bobby graduated first the year before I did. Engineering was a 5-year program, so he graduated first. did some internet sales, and then got into the mortgage business. And right around the same time was when Michael Vick came on the scene at Virginia Tech, and we went to the national championship, and all of a sudden it was really popular to go to Virginia Tech. And at the same time, Bobby just learned how easy it was in 2001 to get a mortgage. So he was like, "Gosh, you won't believe this. I mean, we can just like buy houses for free. We don't have to put anything down." We're like, "What? What is it?" So we got the.
What year was this? What year was this?
So
2001.
This was like 2001.
Okay. All right.
No, actually, no. Was it? Yeah, it was 2001, 2000, something like that. And so yeah, we started buying some apartments in Blacksburg, and so lucky. I mean, in the period of like 18 months, like some of the apartments we bought like doubled in value. We thought we're geniuses, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it was luck. But at that point, I graduated, got a job in construction. Then Rob, the next year, graduated, got a job actually in construction. And we still had the conversation, but it was more around like property development, buying, increasing rental houses, stuff like that. And then, but Bobby got further in on the mortgage side. And I guess the ultimate, the thing was to start any business, usually you need some capital. And none of us had any. And other than just savings from work. And, Bobby kind of started looking into the mortgage side, and it was, surprisingly, a few years before the mortgage crisis, it was very cheap and easy to get into the mortgage business.
Yeah, they made a whole movie about
it. We kind of shifted, we started talking a little bit, shifted directions just because, honestly, predominantly the cost of capital just to get into the business was it was not expensive. And, we still had the goal to, go into other things, but, Bobby was doing very well. We looked at how much it would cost, getting licensed, all that, and we just kind of shifted directions there. And at this point, Rob's up in like upstate New York. I'm down in Charlotte, North Carolina. Bobby's around here, and we would meet, I don't know, once every other month or something at Bobby's house. We'd crash on his couch, and and then finally, I think around May of 2003, we got a extended stay suite and spent an entire weekend putting together a business plan for it. And then a couple of weeks later, Rob quit his job, and then we all knew, holy crap, this is actually real.
Yeah.
Psych, Rob, we're not doing this.
That would have been the best prank ever.
Yeah, joke that lasted 3 years in the making. Yeah.
It's like 5 years later.
It would always be worth to go back and do that.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually, oh my gosh. Okay. Well,
Well, that was my question. It's like, so when he quit his job, was that the point where this is serious, or?
Cold, stone, sobering moment.
Yeah.
Oh crap. Yeah, we got to do this. So a couple weeks later, I came in and turned my resignation in, and then we spent the rest. We sold our apartment buildings for startup capital. Bought our office space in Blacksburg. We've since then sold it, but we bought that, and Rob and I spent the rest of the end of the summer and into the fall while we were waiting for our license, because we weren't even licensed yet, to renovate the office. And Bobby kept working, and then we had everything done, we got our license, and then Bobby quit. But you know how hard it is even then, to shift your pipeline over and everything. Did that, and then it was just the three of us there working. Rob and I across the table just like this, and Bobby right behind us in the upstairs office. And
Who determined that Bobby got the office?
what's that?
Who determined that Bobby got the office?
he had to share the room in college
You know
with the
how it
bipolar kid.
He comes some kind of sales job about, and he needs privacy for calls.
Oh, yeah, these sales guys. Oh, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
So what's crazy is that every single dude in here has had the conversation with their buddies. Now it's through a group chat, and we're like, oh, we're going to start this business. I don't know how many times we've said this. We're going to get rich. So who was it that was like, all right, we need to actually focus, sit down, and let's do this? Because it never leaves the group chat. So you guys, I made it leave the group chat.
That's the crazy thing about us. I guess that's one of our probably our biggest reason why we've been successful at anything is there's always somebody that's kind of in a good headspace at any given moment. So, we've always had crazy ideas or outlandish things or whatever, but there's always kind of somebody kind of taking up the center.
Yeah.
Somebody's really optimistic and the other person really pessimistic, then there's somebody kind of bringing everybody back to the middle, and it's always been kind of a lot of that, with us. And I think it was,
just, I don't know, I can't explain it. You guys might be able to, I can't remember any individual moment or anything like that where we're like, okay, this is serious. We just kind of, I don't know, we had been talking about it for so long. I think it was just, we just felt that it was, inevitable. And I don't, it was one of those moments where you're like, look, we're young enough to like, it's stupid if we don't, I'm going to regret it, if I
Sure.
don't. So.
What was your guys' goals? Did you guys have the same goal? Like, what was it? You guys are just gonna be like, hey, it's gonna be us three, and this will be a fun thing to do, or was this the goal?
Well, I mean, I think to back up, part of the reason I got in the mortgage business was, so I bought a house right out of college with the internet job. So I bought a duplex, lived in one side, rented out the other side. But I had the worst loan experience ever, because I got a no money down loan, but I remember the loan officer was non-committal on exactly how much cash I would need.
Oh, that sounds
So
familiar.
I went into closing. This is 100% true. I went into closing. And I said, if they say that I need more than $500 to close, I'm just going to gently get up and run out of the building because I don't have that money. So I'm just going to. And it ended up being like $300 or something. But I remember the whole experience thinking, there's got to be a better way. Like, this cannot be this stressful to not know and have this poor of communication. And he was a local loan officer that the realtor referred me to. So I'm like, is this how bad this is? So that's what kind of got the wheel started. Actually, ultimately got me into the industry. So then our thought was, man, we want to figure out a way to create something better for the customer. We maybe weren't as polished in how we articulated that at that time, but that was the why, is create something better than a better way at that point.
Catchphrase. That's the catchphrase now. There you go. That's right. So, okay, Rob, you quit your job because you were the first. Rob was the first one with the job, right? Okay.
Yeah,
So
I want to say that I give him the credit. You said what pushed it. That was a big part of it. Right?
Sure.
Because we're going to do this day, and that day would come, and we'd blow by that day. And like Billy said, I was doing well. And I had a lot of referral partners and things like that. So it wasn't an easy thing.
Sure.
But when Rob quit, it's like, oh, it just got real.
So, yeah, Rob, what was your goal when you quit? You were like, all right, I'm going to.
So my goal was to get rich.
You're the first David. That's David Anderson's character right there. Get that purple jacket on. Yeah.
I'm like 22 years old. I'm like, let's go.
That's everybody's. We talk about this all the time. Like, we do this because obviously at the end of the day, there's a paycheck. But like, that was it. Like, that was the what was the goal? Or was it the freedom? Was it the ability to create?
Control my life. But January 5th was a Monday. Himmentaler, Darren, Chris Johnson, and Rebecca showed up for work. And that changed like everything. I was like, holy shit. We got to go to.
Yeah,
That was the day that changed. That's why I care for all you.
Jason's story was hilarious, and we did that for the Inside the Champions Circle podcast. But he, his story when he was like, I don't know what I'm getting into. He showed up for his first day of work, and I think he said like somebody was sleeping there, I think, or there was a bed there or something.
Oh, well, he.
That's what it was. He slept on your guys' couch. That's it. That's right.
He was going to go to Radford to go back to school, and we were like in Walmart one night. We were like started talking. We're like, dude, why don't you like try this? And he was like, yeah. I guess he went back and talked to his dad. I think your dad kind of encouraged you to do it. And next week he was sleeping on the couch in this townhouse we rented. We couldn't even afford the townhouse. I remember called the guy that helped manage our apartments. I was like, hey man, do you have any places that nobody rented that I could rent for cheap? And you could kick me out after 30 days or whatever. He's like, yeah, I think I could find something. And we found this townhouse that we rented for 6 or 8 months starting out.
Wow.
For barely any. It was a nice townhouse too, but that's where Jason slept on the couch. And to Rob's point, it was for me it was the freedom aspect of just being on your own. Nobody in my family has ever done anything with business or anything like that, and you growing up, you see sometimes it is tough. I found it kind of tough sometimes working in my first job, just different. You kind of feel like, hey, there's to Bobby's point, there's a better way to do something. There's a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of politics, whatever, and a lot of decisions. And, they kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And we, that was kind of my thing. But to Rob's point, like that day that, you know, all of a sudden you got a payroll to meet and somebody else is kind of depending on that to, like, you know, put food on the table. That's like, oh crap. And your little 24-year-old self is like, you know,
Right,
like, that's
right.
where another one of those, oh my gosh, this is, you know, real. It's one thing if I screw up myself.
Right.
But with other folks, that's totally took it to another level.
So, they would say the rest is history then, right? After that, after Jason slept on your couch. Good job, Jason. That was all because of you on the couch. Did they give you a blanket at least? Sometimes
He
I'm
had
like,
a- he had a,
depends how many loans you closed if you got a blanket or not.
Rob gave him a bunny rabbit he could cuddle. So he had a pet rabbit, but Jason was responsible for watching there for a while.
So let's fast forward to today because we're gonna get out of here in a couple of minutes. So I think like I mentioned it earlier when you had Caleb on, but every successful person has a routine, non-negotiables, stuff that their day looks like. Obviously, you guys are successful because look at you. And what does your day like? What are your non-negotiables that you have to do every single day? I want to start with Rob, but what is it every single day? I'm doing this. This is for me to succeed, for me to hang my hat and say I had a successful day.
More, better, faster.
Elaborate.
Everything is more, better, faster. Any topic.
Elaborate. No.
I'll say it again. Okay. So wait, what do you mean? More, better, faster?
Everything. More, better, faster.
More loans.
It's my
More
McDonald's
for all
one.
you guys.
Yeah.
Better. Operations better. Everything better.
What's your day? When do you wake up?
6:30.
6:30. Yeah. Do you have like a routine that you start every single day? It has to be like this.
Complaining to my kid that she's getting me up too early.
Yeah. That's a good point. What is there something throughout the day that you have to do? It can be personally. It doesn't have to be it. It doesn't not business related at all. Some people say it's the gym. Some people would say it's like an hour of outside grounding. We heard Caleb had a copper blanket or something like that.
Yeah, I enjoy the outside. So I'm always outside. I want to get up from work doing something.
Yeah.
Mowing some grass.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Billy, what about you?
Every day, usually for me, I wake up, try to do maybe like a little bit of like cardio or something first thing, 6:30, and then I always take my two dogs for like a couple mile like hike just outside. I like get at least a couple hours outside, every day. So take them, get them on a run, and that kind of is one of those things where you just you're out, try not to think about anything, just kind of be like, just kind of in the moment or whatever, and then come back, and then after that, once you shower and shave and get dressed, sometimes it's like we have a lot of scheduled calls that are coming through every day, and there's a lot of upkeep from like whether it's projects or whether it's things that we want to continue, like you're just continually working on, so that a lot of your day is mostly on a lot of Zoom calls. But then in between, there's always stuff, especially with us. I mean, there's always stuff that like you never really know which way things are going to turn one day. I mean, there's always something that comes up, so you got to have a certain amount of time for that. But I mean, yeah, that's.
What's one thing you have to do that you feel like you have to do it during the day?
Well, I mean, like that I have to do is I have to get out on the trail in the morning every day.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing that like, if I don't do that for a couple of days, like if it's been a rough like weather, rain or whatever, and it's like really nasty outside, and I just, I feel it,
Sure.
Like, so that's for me personally, I have to do that. But, Bobby, you're
Yeah.
up next.
Yeah, not for me. Try to every morning do something with exercise. Get the body, get the blood pumping, and then devotion. That's my biggest non-negotiable. Is make sure I get in the Word and do some reading and get that out of the way, and which is very positive. Get my mind right, and then. Once I do that, I got something I started this about a year ago. A thankfulness. Just be thankful for three things. I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe like a journal.
Oh, okay.
thankfulness journal, and I'll tell you that's if you haven't done that, that really will rewire your brain a little bit. If you can before you go to work, write down at least three things that you're thankful for in your life. It changes your whole kind of being before you get to work and face all the battles you're going to face.
It's almost like affirmations because like our brain works like you're supposed to say to yourself every morning, like, I am the best loan officer. I'm good at my job. I'm loved by my family, like stuff like that. So when we say it out loud or when you write it down, it
there's
makes
power
sense.
in that and
Absolutely.
the spoken word for sure. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's I think we're back up to. Well, that wasn't that bad, was it?
No, yeah, you guys are good.
No.
Not at all.
I just
That
feel
was
like
pretty
you guys like I got a bunch of calls from Roanoke the past couple days, and I was like, they're trying to find me. They're trying to see what we're going to talk about. So just waiting for it. So well, appreciate you guys joining. Thanks so much. It was definitely fun, and yeah, we'll have to wait real quick. Has anybody punched anybody before? Like who's punched who? Like who's gotten a fight? Who's gotten? They've been best friends forever.
Never with each other.
Is Darren Bridgers in the room?
I've caused Darren to punch a wall a couple times.
That's it. So there's never been like no fight. Rob.
No physical altercations
Okay.
that I know of.
We do go at each other pretty hard, but not in that manner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
all right.
physical.
You guys still have a group chat, just all three of you guys, and you guys like separate from work, like on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to see that one day. All right, guys, thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Give it up
Give
for
it
him.
up for him.